Alright, Shalom. First of all, I want to start this lesson off by giving all the praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Ba'ashim, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashim Rakakudash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Honors to our brothers who are fervently preaching the word in sincerity and in faith. Shalom to the sincere Akwath, and Shalom to the scattered Israelites who are amongst these heathen nations and look like these heathen. Now, this lesson is going to be based on these fires that the Lord has, particularly burning out in southern Colorado. So through the Spirit, I'm going to read this article, get some precepts, and Lord's will, you're edified. It says, Aspen Acres fire leaps over containment line as hot, dry conditions continue in southern Colorado. The fire, the largest currently burning in the state, was estimated at 99,820 acres. Plus, updates on the Gold Mountain, Willow, Ferris, Fishhook, Green Ridge, and Elk fires. So this is just proof that the Lord has a lot of different fires burning right now. It says firefighters and aircraft stopped a spot fire west of Rye after it crossed the first of two defensive lines under construction Wednesday, one of several signs that hotter temperatures and stronger winds were increasing activity on the Aspen Acres fire. The Aspen Acres fire grew to 99,820 acres and was 35% contained Thursday morning. Fire officials have said the fire has destroyed at least 850 structures in Pueblo and Custer counties. More crews, heavy machinery, and aircraft were deployed to the area Thursday as fire activity is expected to increase again during the afternoon. Conditions such as these are the reason why evacuation orders remain in effect for Rye and other communities on the west side of the fire. Northern Rockies Incident Management Team Number 6 wrote in an update, huge progress has been made, but the wildfire is still uncontained with potential threat to life and property. Higher temperatures and stronger winds fueled fire activity on the fire's southwestern side Wednesday. Near San Isabel, firefighters are making progress building containment lines and protecting structures. Clouds and rain showers are bringing moisture to the west side of the fire, and slightly lower temperatures are forecast Thursday. However, as winds and temperatures rise later in the day, fire officials expect fire activity to increase again on the western side of the blaze. The Aspen Acres fire has already climbed to 7th on Colorado's list of largest wildfires on record, and officials say it is far from finished. At 99,820 acres, the blaze is nearing the size of the 2018 Spring Creek fire, the state's sixth largest wildfire, at 108,045 acres. We anticipate this fire being here, present on the mountains in that steep country for quite a while, Ben Wagner, an operations chief with the Northern Rockies team, said during a Wednesday briefing. And the Gold Mountain fire says thunderstorms are strengthening and bringing more lightning to the Gold Mountain fire area as the week progresses, though officials say rainfall has been and will likely remain minimal despite cooler temperatures and rising humidity levels. Most fire activity Wednesday was concentrated in the middle and west forks of the Cimarron and south toward Turret Ridge. Officials with Rocky Mountain Complex Incident Management Team 2 said Thursday. A handful of staffed engines will remain on the southern edge of the fire to patrol and mop up hotspots around structures along the U.S. 550 corridor or 550, Slovakia. As of Thursday, 929 personnel were assigned to the 37,734-acre fire, which is 11% contained. Said firefighters have made significant progress on the northern portion of the Ferris fire burning near Dolores, and officials are reporting 53% containment Thursday morning. Crews will continue to monitor the northern perimeter for any heat or new fire activity that could emerge from the steep, inaccessible canyon terrain. Elsewhere on the fire operations are transitioning from active suppression to repair. Crews will begin rehabilitating dozer lines, hand lines, and other areas that were affected by firefighting activities and remove hoses, pumps, and other equipment from the fire line as conditions allow. About 1,105 personnel are assigned to the Ferris fire as of Thursday. The fire is estimated at 64,869 acres. The Willow fire grew by about 300 acres, but also gained containment according to a Thursday morning update from fire officials. The fire burning near Leadville is now estimated at 6,861 acres and is 37% contained. Crews are making progress with controlled burning operations and using natural features to their advantage. Rugged, inaccessible terrain near Bald Eagle Mountain, west of Leadville, continues to present challenges, but firefighters have improved containment along portions of the fire's perimeter. There is a 70% chance of thunderstorms this afternoon that could bring up to 1.25 inches of rain. Localized flash flooding is possible if rainfall rates exceed 0.30 inches per hour. As of Thursday, 91 residents remained evacuated and 1,132 structures were threatened by the fire. Investigators have determined the fire was human-caused after concluding no natural source could have ignited it. The investigation remains ongoing to determine the exact cause. There are 2 active wildfires burning in Root County. Increased moisture over the Fishhook fire on Wednesday helped reduce fire activity, officials said in a Thursday morning update. The fire, burning north of Rabbit Ears Pass, is still 0% contained. More than 130 people are assigned to the 347-acre fire that is burning more than a mile from US 40, which remains open, fire officials said. Residents in Steamboat Springs should expect to see smoke over the next several days, officials warned. The Green Ridge fire, which sparked within hours of the Fishhook fire, was estimated at 41 acres and 75% containment as of Thursday, according to the Colorado Type 4 Incident Management Team. Preliminary results show the fire was caused by a tractor baling hay. The Elk fire, burning in the Uncompahgre wilderness north of Lake City, grew to nearly 2,000 acres, U.S. forest officials said. The lightning-caused fire prompted more evacuation in Hinsdale County Wednesday afternoon as the fire grew and remained 0% contained. The fire is burning about nearly 3 miles west of Highway 149, which remains open as of Thursday morning. The fire is burning in rugged terrain that is very difficult for firefighters to safely fight on the ground. Crews are using roads and natural barriers to build fire lines and protect values at risk. Yeah, so whether it was human caused or not, these are still the fires of the Lord. Because the Lord determines how long these fires are going to burn. how far they're going to get, how much destruction is going to be caused by these fires. Zephaniah 3 and 5. The just Lord Yahweh is in the midst thereof. He will not do iniquity. Every morning doth he bring his judgment to light. He faileth not, but the unjust knoweth no shame. And that's right, the Heavenly Father is in the midst of these judgments. The fires, the storms, the tempests, the earthquakes. The Heavenly Father is in the midst of all of them. And all the destruction and the chaos and all the evacuations that have to be made, all of that is the judgment of the Lord. And it's also a sign of the last days that we are clearly living in. Isaiah 29 and 6, thou shalt be visited of the Lord of hosts with thunder and with earthquake and great noise, with storm and tempest and the flame of devouring fire. And that's what these wildfires are. They're flames of devouring fire, because they destroy whatever, all the land. They destroy homes and buildings. They could kill people. They just consume whatever is, whatever they can. And they spread and they intensify, and it gets harder and harder for the firefighters to put them out. But that's the will of the Lord. Just like the fires that are burning out there in Canada. 2 Timothy 3 and 1. This know also that in the last days perilous times shall come. And you look up the definition of perilous, and it means full of danger or risk. And with all of these fires burning, whether it's here in the US or out there in Canada or anywhere else that fires are burning, that's just one of the many things that make these dangerous times. But the scriptures do speak about storms, tempests, fires, and earthquakes. So seeing these things become more frequent in this day and age, this, time and season, it's just proof that, hey, the scriptures are real. And all these people who scoff and scorn, they're going to be the ones that suffer the worst from these judgments of the Lord. Because the Lord is going to continue to show his power through his judgments by intensifying them and making them happen more frequently and making them more destructive and deadly. So with that, I'm going to wrap it up here. In closing, I want to give all the praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahushai. Ba'Hashem Rakakudash, the water Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahushai, for putting the spirit on me to do this lesson. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Honors to our brothers who are still fervently preaching the word in sincerity and in faith. Shalom to the sincere Akwath, which are the sincere sisters. And shalom to the scattered Israelites who are amongst these heathen nations and look like these heathens. Hope you all stay strong, stay safe, stay fervent, stay circumspect, stay prayed up. And Adawan Ratazah. Till next time, shalom.